Good evening. Our Bible study in our prayer meeting is entitled Listening to the Truth and Not Our Feelings. So our Bible text comes from the book of John, chapter 8, verse 32 that says, "Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free." And the second one is John 14:6, which says, "I am the way, the truth, and the life." So karon nga panahon sa pandemic, no, daghan na gyud kaayo fake news ang gapanggawas, especially in our social media, and even sa uban nga mga tao na atay madunggan nga mga news nga sa atong tanaw is very accurate, no. Daghan kaayo mga fake news karon nga gapanggawas nga it sounds better than the truth, no. Sometimes gapili lang ta kung unsa atong madunggan if we feel nga dili siya applicable sa ato, or if we feel nga it's not right, we don't listen to it. But naapoy times nga we listen to the news nga if it's applicable to us and it feels accurate to us, those are the information that we process, and those are the information nga ato ang tuohan. So but makita nato nga sa ato ang pagsigi o paminaw sa mga information during this pandemic, it's hard to identify kung asa ang tinuod o asa ang dili, no. Personally, in my line of work, ing ana permi ang among ka-encounter, who do we listen to, no? We need to be very careful with the kind of information that we receive from different kinds of channels, especially sa atong mga social media, and from the people nga kanang ato ang madunggan, no. Psychologically, there are also times that we listen to our feelings, no. Kanang kung naatay nabati, nasakitan ta, we listen more to that hurt, we listen more to those confusion, kay tungod nakita nato nga marag truth siya sa ato, no. So as we listen to fake news, as we listen to our feelings, let's go back kung kinsa ang source niini nga mga information, no. Sa ako personally, when I encounter an information, I always go back to the source, no. I always study the source. Kinsa man ang naghimo ani nga information, kinsa ang nag-release ani nga information. Naapoy times nga ang ato ang mabasa sa social media is not really legit ang mga sources niya, no. If we really look back on the source, tan-awon pud nato unsa ang iyahang motibo nganong i-release na niya nga information. There are a lot of sources nga they release information that are fake, no, kanang gitawag nato nga fake news, because they have their own agenda, they have propaganda. So mao gyapon na in our spiritual nga bahin aspect in our lives, our enemy, no, Satan, also have his own agenda and have his own propaganda, no. He makes lies, he tells us lies, he gives us fake information para tuuhan nato siya. And there are a lot of times nga kanang mailad gyud ta, no, ni Satan, because it seems so accurate, it sounds better. Kanang sometimes ang information nga ihatag niya kay they may be in a form of good or they may be in a form of bad. For example, kung moingon ta og good, moingon nga sige buhatan ni kay maing-ani ka kung imo nang buhaton, pero ipakommit pa kaniya og sin so that you can get what you want. Pero at the end of that information, kung imo nang i-commit na siya nga sin, consequences will happen to us. We will suffer from the sins that we have committed. And the second one is sometimes he gives us information nga bad, no, nga sa atong tan-aw nga kung mag-ampo ka, dili ka makatulog og balik, you need more rest, no. Or sometimes kung if you do something nga kanang para unta sa ato ang kaugalingon nga for our own good, Satan tells us don't do that kay mawahimo kang boring, or na ay maapektuhan imong family affected if you commit too much sa imong time with the Lord, ayan ano. So there are a lot of lies nga ginahatag sa ato ni Satan. So but we always need to be very careful with the kind of information that we process sa ato ang utok, no, sa atong minds. But God says that He is the truth, no? I will go back to John chapter 14 verses 6 that I am the way, the truth, and the life. So Jesus is the truth. Whatever He says is 100% true, no? Dili niya sagulan og mga dili accurate o dili mao nga mga truth ang iyahang ginasulti. Naay term nga gitawag nila nga white lies or half truth, no? So dili ing ana si Jesus Christ. When He says something, it's really 100% true. Dili niya sagulan. Si Satan is sagulan niya, no? He speaks half truths, no? Kung if we remember at the time when He tempted Jesus, it's true nga kanang Jesus will be i-carry siya sa mga angels if mahabong siya or he will fall. That's true, no? Or he also says that man cannot live by bread alone. He also cites truths, but naa siya lain nga mga motibo, no? Gisagulan niya og mga fake nga mga information. So mo na ang gabuhaton ni Satan, sagulan niya og mga dili maayo nga mga information ang truth. So ing ana ang gabuhaton niya. So if we are not strong in the Lord, dali ra gid ta mailad sa mga bakak nga gibuhat ni Satan o gihatag ni Satan sa ato nga mga information. So how do we keep ourselves from listening to the lies nga gihatag sa ato kaning mga fake news or mga white lies? We always need to go back to the source nga ang truth, which is Jesus Christ. Let us spend more time with Jesus. Let us read His word. Let us apply this word sa ato ang kinabuhi so that every time we are in confusion, we are in trouble, we are in crisis, the truth will always come out from our minds, sa atong hearts, sa atong, even in our mouths, mugawas siya. The truth will always be a living testimony sa atong kinabuhi because we always spend time with Jesus Christ. So, sometimes po, ang truth po nga ginahatag ni Jesus sa ato, okay, it's so hard to believe and so hard to hold on to, especially kung naanagid ta sa kalisod, no? Sometimes gani kanang, I don't know if some of you have experienced this, but if you are in sickness, no, nagsakit ka and you are in pain, and then we hear that Jesus will heal us, He will hear our pleas for healing. Kung naanagid ka na nga sitwasyon, sometimes lisod jud kayo siya i-believe, no? I don't know about you, but I have experienced that personally nga sometimes among disbelief magtibabaw ka, even if the truth has already been said, pero ang imong disbelief ang mo'y nagtigbabaw because you listen more to your feelings rather than to the truth nga unsay giingon ni Jesus Christ. Muna ang trap sa ato kay sometimes we listen more to our feelings rather than to the truth nga gihatag ni Lord. Sometimes ang atong insecurities will absorb us, no? Kanang nagpatibabaw ang mga information nga nagsulti nga ingani ra gyud ka taman, financially ingani ra gyud ka, malumos gyud ka sa utang, ingana nga mga kind of information muy pirmi gabalik-balik sa ato. But if we go back to the truth, God said ang truth nga iyang gihatag sa ato nga His plan is to prosper us, no? Mao na ang plan ni Lord sa ato nga dili ta magpuyo or dili kita magpuyo sa kaguol, dili kita malumos sa utang, because God will prosper us if we believe in Him and we stick by His promises, if we put our faith in Him. So mauna ang mga truths nga gihatag ni Lord sa ato, muna ang mga promises nga gihatag ni Lord sa ato. If He says that He has fearfully and wonderfully made us. That is the truth. So we don't need to be insecure sa ato ang mga appearances. We don't need to be insecure about our mga ato ang mga grado, or even ang the way we think, ang ato ang intelligence, because God has a purpose. God made us kanang beautiful, no? So sometimes kanang even the world dictates us nga kanang taman ra gyud kaing ana. People will tell negative things about you. People will say negative things about your family, about your loved ones, but we always have to go back to what God says about us, no? He has the final say. He tells the truth, not the people around us, no? Nga sometimes they say things that hurt us because they have their own agenda, they have their own propaganda. So we have to go back to Jesus Christ. Kung moingon siya nga mauna na siya, mauna gyud na siya, no? So ing ana ka beautiful ang ato ang Ginoo. So I cannot emphasize this more than enough, nga kinahanglan gid ay ta mo go back ta sa atong source. If we want to know the truth, we need to spend more time with Jesus Christ. We need to spend more time on the promises that He has made. Let's read His word every day and every night. Let's meditate on them, because every time we absorb all these truths in our lives, it will become the lies that will be thrown against us will never hit us, no? Dili gid siya fail siya sa ato because we already know the truth, no? Dili na ta dali mailad sa ato ang mga kaaway, no? Especially si Satan nga ang iharag yung gusto is madala ta niya, no? Mailad ta niya. But if we are already strong in Jesus, if we believe in His promises, in the truths that He is saying, it will really set us free, no? So if we need healing, believe it. If we need financial breakthrough, believe it, because that's the truth. He is our provider. He is our healer. And if we need our relationships to be restored, He is our restorer. He is our comforter. He will never leave us nor forsake us, because we can always trust in His word. We can always trust in the truths that He always tells through His word, no? So personally, I am comforted with this kind of kanang Bible verses, because sometimes I listen to my feelings more, because I realize that I haven't been spending time with Jesus. So that's why nga mas nagtibabaw ang ako ang pagpaminaw sa akong mga feelings rather than what God is saying about me. So mauna nga kinahanglan gyud ita mo balik ang Jesus, no? And be comforted by His promises and really believe it, no? Dili ta dapat magduha-duha sa ginaingon ni Jesus about us and His promises nga nga i-prosper ta niya, no? So again, thank you so much sa mga prayers, no, for ato ang mga brothers and sisters. Let us help one another. Let's pray for each other, that we need to stick by His promises and not listen to what others people say, and not listen to our feelings, but rather stick by His promises and be comforted by the truths that He is giving us each day. So dagan kayong salamat.